Continuing the journey. When effective thinking turns into a lifestyle. When you start developing effective thinking, you might believe it's just a skill, something to help you work better, reach goals faster, but the deeper you go, the clearer it becomes. Effective thinking isn't just a way to work, it's a way to live. In the previous video, we talked about discipline, focus, and managing emotions to sustain action. But in this next part, we'll go deeper into the inner principles of thinking, where every action truly begins. Because true effectiveness doesn't come from doing more, it comes from thinking right. An effective mind doesn't just finish tasks. It helps you choose the right path and stop wasting energy on what doesn't matter. When you understand how your mind works, you realize most barriers don't come from circumstances, but from your perception of them. And only when you shift your mindset, everything else begins to shift. In this episode, we'll explore how to manage your mental energy, use critical thinking to make wiser decisions, and master the art of sustainable growth. This is no longer about productivity. It's about who you become in the process. So before we begin, take a deep breath, let go of the noise, the constant flow of information, and keep only the silence that helps you think clearly. Don't just listen, start with your own mind. Subscribe and get your special gift, the ebook, Breakthrough Effective Thinking. Small habits, big impact. There's one thing most people forget. Effectiveness doesn't come from how much you do, but from how much mental energy you still have to do it. We often talk about time management, but in truth, energy management is what matters. Because time is fixed, energy fluctuates. You may have 8 hours a day, but if your mind is exhausted, you can't focus for even 10 minutes. Effective thinking begins with understanding what drains your mental energy. You're not always busy, it's just that your mind is busy with what doesn't matter. Every time you overthink, react to every notification, or multitask endlessly, you're leaking energy without realizing it. To keep your mind sharp amid chaos, you need 3 simple principles: stillness, choice, and focus. Stillness is the ability to pause long enough to observe. Don't react instantly. Breathe. Give your mind space to think. Choice is knowing what deserves your energy. Not every task needs your full effort. Learning to say no is a form of strength. Focus is channeling your full attention into one thing. When you work with a fully present mind, you not only become more effective, but also see the meaning behind your actions. Imagine your mind as a lake. When the surface is calm, you can see the bottom. But when it's constantly disturbed, all you see is your distorted reflection. That's why effective thinkers know that rest is also part of action. They don't see rest as laziness, they see it as fuel to come back stronger. When you learn to manage your mental energy, you don't just work better, you live deeper. And sometimes, effectiveness isn't about doing one more thing. It's about stopping long enough to see what's truly worth continuing. The power of saying no. There's one crucial skill most people were never taught in school: the art of asking questions. Most of the time, we're trained to answer, but effective thinkers know that questions, not answers, unlock wisdom. Critical thinking doesn't mean criticizing or doubting everything. It's the ability to see an issue from multiple angles, challenge your own assumptions, and find the true essence of things. In an age overflowing with information, everyone has an opinion, but few stop to ask, is this information true? Where does it come from? What does it mean to me? Every question you ask is a light shining into the dark corners of perception. And the more you ask, the more you realize the world isn't black or white, it's full of shades in between. Effective thinkers aren't afraid to say, "I don't know," because in that moment, they open the door to learning. They neither believe blindly nor reject aggressively. They explore, listen, and verify. When faced with a problem, they don't ask, "Who's right?" They ask, "What's right?" That small shift in questioning sparks a revolution in thinking. If you want to improve your effectiveness, start by asking better questions. Ask, "Why am I doing this? What result do I truly want? Is there a simpler way?" Every time you ask, you expand your own limits. And in this world, those who ask better questions go further than those who answer faster. Remember, critical thinking doesn't make you skeptical, it makes you wise. It doesn't destroy belief, it helps you believe in better things. Achievement doesn't come from bursts of effort. but from consistent mindset. In a world obsessed with speed, everyone wants to move fast and achieve early. But true effective thinking isn't about speed, it's about consistency and sustainable growth. Sustainable growth isn't about pushing endlessly. It's about knowing when to move forward, when to pause, when to learn, and when to step back to see more clearly. Effective thinkers don't chase short-term results. They build systems that help them improve little by little, every day. Because they know that one right step repeated 1,000 times is worth more than 1,000 wrong ones taken in haste. Sustainable growth means not letting temporary success make you complacent, nor letting temporary failure make you quit. Each of us has our own rhythm. Don't compare your path to anyone else's. Because true success isn't about how fast you go, it's about how long you can keep going. Sustainable growth is also the ability to keep your mind steady amid change. The world will always shift. But if your mindset is grounded, you can adapt without losing yourself. Effective people don't seek perfection, they seek progress. If you're just a little better than yesterday, you're already moving in the right direction. That's why effective thinking has no finish line. It's a lifelong journey, one where you don't just change how you work, but change how you see the world. And when you realize that growth isn't just about success, but about understanding yourself more deeply, that's when you've truly matured. Conclusion: effective thinking is a lifelong journey, not a destination. If you've made it this far, you've probably realized effective thinking isn't just a skill, it's a character. It's not something you learn in a short course, but something you build every day through small actions, quiet decisions. Every time you become a little more disciplined, a little more focused, a little better at managing emotions, you're becoming more effective. Not because you're doing more, but because you understand yourself better. Effective thinking is the bridge between goals and achievements, between desire and reality, between who you are today and who you could become. And the best part, anyone can start right now. You don't need special tools or luck. You just need one small decision to change how you think. Remember, no one is born with an effective mindset, but anyone can learn, practice, and make it a natural part of who they are. Thank you for being part of this journey. If this video resonated with you, share it. Inspire others who are also seeking to elevate their thinking and transform their lives. Subscribe, download the Breakthrough Effective Thinking ebook, and share your thoughts in the comments. We read every word. And remember, every step you take is a step toward growth.